Hey everybody, back again with another video. Check out my new shirt, 100 Centennial 100-year Chevy shirt. Today I'm going to be reviewing a used 2016 Silverado, and I'll be doing another review of possibly a 2018, so stick around for that. So this truck's a mid-level trim. It's got bench seat front, which I personally prefer. It has floor shift 4x4. But we'll get to the other vehicle details in just a minute here. We're going to go for a little drive. This truck has 68,218 kilometers. And as we can see here, it's a very nice truck. Very comfortable cloth seats. Apparently average fuel economy says 14 liters per 100 highway kilometers. Adjust my mirrors so I know where I'm going. Leave them there for now. So as we're getting out here, just wanted to start with, this truck has a nice power bulge in the front of the hood, which I like. This is a 5.3, right? Yep. Yeah, 5.3 liter V8. Personally, not a bad motor. It's the 350 of today. It's the volume motor. About 70% of sales of GM trucks are the 5.3 liter V8, as was stated when the 2014s came out. But my personal preference is a 6.2 liter, obviously because of 400 horsepower. But I will settle for something, you know, like a 5.3. Alright, so as we're getting out here, it's a very long hood with this truck. I was just kind of playing with the seat there. Yeah, so driving downtown, just outside of Brandon, going around on a loop. The truck seems very responsive. I like the feel of the gas pedal. It's a 6-speed transmission. I prefer a 6-speed transmission over an 8-speed, due to the fact that I own a 97 Sierra with a 4-speed transmission, and I'm used to the downshifts coming a lot quicker and being a lot crisper. And not only that, but when take into account that I have a 3.73 posi-track differential, you know, the acceleration on the truck's going to be nice. Now, with this Silverado, the gearing is likely either a 308 or a 342. I don't think it possibly could be a 373. And when I buy a new truck, I want it similar to my truck. So, you know, do you normally have customers coming in that want stuff similar to their vehicles, or?
Yep, usually they're looking for something similar or upgrade. They want something a bit bigger. So
something a little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what I've noticed is you can't get a like let's say someone had a 350 in an extended cab work truck model, right? Well, you can't get a 6.2 in a work truck model, which I don't know why GM does that. Because let's say you haul campers for a living, shuttling campers around for different companies, you'd want to have the most amount of power available. And I mean, the 5.3 does tow good, from what I've heard. It does have a good towing capacity, more than enough for most people. And this truck's pretty throaty. I can already hear the motor. When we get to where we're going, I'll open it up a little bit and let the transmission do its job. And I'm not going to be playing with any of the manual shifting, as this truck's just sitting in V4 mode, which is nice. Sometimes I don't prefer it, but if I did buy one and it has it, likely I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And if I ever do have any problems with it, then I will look into see about getting it disabled maybe. There are programmers that you just stick into the OBD2 port on the truck, and it always tells the computer that the truck is always under load, so it doesn't go into V4 mode. And I've heard some people like that, some people don't, but it is hit and miss. It is a very nice truck indeed to drive. I'm very comfortable with the seats here. I love the bench seat console. It's very soft touch leather. Basically when I got in the truck, I just sat in the truck. The only thing I had to move was the driver's side mirror. And so it goes to show how much this truck is, you know, focused on the driver, not luxury. So take her easy here for a few seconds while we let some traffic pass. And again, very crisp shifts with this truck. And apparently we have a car that's loving to follow a little too close to someone. Now you can get a front shot if you want. Or it's on the side. I think I had it on the side.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. So driving so far with the truck, it's got a smooth ride. Acceleration's very nice. Now was this a work truck model or?
Yes.
A work truck model. Okay. Yeah, so a work truck model, you know, some people don't go for as a daily driver unless they're given to it for work. But some people don't want all the electronics. And with this one, you get a decent sized screen. How big would you say this is? A 6-inch screen?
Yes.
Okay. So 6-inch screen, you know, it's still touch screen, and it's simple as that. And you go home, you got your gallery, you got your phone, you got your projection and settings, and then your time and the temperature outside. I believe this truck does have OnStart, doesn't it? No.
No, it's not. Usually the OnStars are going to be right in the mirror up top here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
very base model then, if anything. Alright, now really give it the beans this time. Let the V8 sing. Now, this is very decent horsepower for 355 horse and 383 foot-pounds of torque, delivered through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Likely the differential is between a 3.42 and a 3.73. Now, for my understanding, in my opinion, why I prefer a 6-speed over the 8-speed is because I was driving the same route with the 2018 High Country, and out of the corner I gave it gas. I would say it at least downshifted 3 gears before it, you know, really got going. This one downshifted at least 2, because I didn't have my foot all the way to the floor. But with my pickup truck, I disengage the cruise and I want to get going. I just move the pedal down a little bit. It'll downshift once. And if it thinks it needs to do it again, it downshifts one more time, and that's 2 gear shifts. And I'm used to the power curve on that truck because those 350s, their torque curve is at 330 foot-pounds, or is 330 foot-pounds of torque at 2,800 RPM. So, you know, and I commented on a video last week about the 8-speed, why I don't particularly like it. And someone said to me that 4 speeds are engine killers. That is not true. 4 speeds are actually one of the best automatic transmissions ever made. Sure, they do have their problems, but for a base model truck, like let's say this, if they would have put a 4-speed in here, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. And let's get going here again. Great handling around the corners, that's for sure. I do enjoy the acceleration of this truck. I love the ride of this truck. It's quiet. AC works great because it's a fairly new truck. And it's only about, what, 2 years old?
Yeah, it's 2016.
Yeah, so 68,000 K on a 2-year-old truck, that's not a bad thing. And it's the blackout package, right?
Yeah, it's a custom.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a well... And it's $30,600 at Murray's in Brandon, on Richmond Avenue. I really like this truck, though. I've come to like these newer GMs better than some of the older ones, and just because the horsepower is so much better at delivering. But you know, you still can't beat an old 90s pickup, though. Those are good trucks too, and with more electronics coming into vehicles nowadays, you want to make sure that the vehicle itself, if you want the most value out of your vehicle, you choose what you want. But if you're just looking for something basic and simple, you know, this work truck model do the trick, and that's what I'm thinking about, because down here it's this floor shift 4x4 system. Now, you don't have to worry about any, you know, electronics on the truck to go wrong with your 4x4. It's a shift linkage, and I have that on my 97 Sierra, and I actually like it. It's actually very handy to have. Now, in other words, driving this truck in the wintertime, you know, it's probably about the same as driving it in the summer. But I do like how the truck does respond to the gas pedal. It does take a couple seconds for it because it sits in V4 mode sometimes. Quite frankly, I'm very happy with it. And when we get back to the dealership, we'll do a quick tour around the truck, doors, and tailgate. I believe this one does have a soft drop-in tailgate.
Yeah, I have to check.
I think I'll throw some fuel in it while I'm here. May as well.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just do that for just because I replace the fuel that I used, right?
Okay.
Just go to Canadian Tire here because it's closest.
Okay.
All right, so I'll get back to you guys when I get back to the dealership. So have a great day. Check this truck out.